Howdy, y'all. Danny's here. It's probably gonna be a very short solo episode, but I do think it's gonna be really fun. So today I want to go over top 5 lessons from my startup journey and what I've learned and what I think you should do in your entrepreneurship or business or startup venture as well if you're starting like me. So I've listed 5 points. First is stay humble and learn. What I mean by stay humble and learn is um, what I found during those years of trying different things, being a startup founder, an entrepreneur, is ego, especially when you're building a startup, can kill everything. Um, you think you know everything, and the next day you didn't know anything at all because your perception might be very different from what is from the reality of being a startup founder. And what I mean by that is, let's take the easiest and probably the most popular term in any startup advice or journey or whatever people tell. Many people tell to build an MVP, a minimum viable product. And what an MVP is, it's basically a very simplified version of the product that you're going to sell, that you can build quickly. It has the main value proposition built into that, and you can test if this offer is sellable or not by building it and selling it, looking at the results. And if I wouldn't know that, I wouldn't even bother like building MVPs. I would like go in for a year coding or whatever, coming up with a product that probably would not be interesting to anyone because I would be so like devoted to the idea, which more often than not does not work, and this is just the reality. And things like that are very common unless you stay very humble and you listen, and again, listen. It doesn't mean that you have to lose your confidence. No, you have to be both confident and humble. And that's the balance that you have to have as a startup founder. And I'm trying to be humble, I'm trying to stay confident, and that's how it works, and that's how you make progress. So my second one is networking. So networking is probably the number one for many entrepreneurs or founders who recommend advice for young or very early stage founders. And I have put it on number two, but I still do think that it's one of the most important activities you can do besides, of course, building the business. So what I've come to realize, especially lately, that in business, connections and like networking and like having people who can help you in business is like everything, especially when you're selling to businesses. Having like partners or investors who can broaden your network and give warm intros to potential clients, it's priceless. um, and I believe in B2C, business to consumer part of um, startups. It also plays a very crucial role. So whatever you do, don't be shy. Go to that person, shake that hand, send that message. Remember to be respectful, but don't be shy. It's a very thin line you have to walk. Again, right? It's all that balance that I was talking about. But still, it is one of the most important activities you do as a founder because you learn, you find new people who help you. Many help for free because they want to give back, and that's what I've found. That's what I'm trying to do to very young startup founders who are just starting. And I do think it's very important. The number three is work, work, and work. And what I mean by that is you have to work. um, as much as you can do the smart work and really figuring out how to be productive, maybe even using our product Narada to make your meetings a little bit better, you still have to work, because unless you put those hours combined with the smart work, it'll be very hard to get ahead of your competition or whatever you're trying to accomplish. It's extremely hard, but it's great when you see the results. It's really rewarding, and just don't get demotivated. Always find the look, the perspective at your of your problem that looks like an opportunity that you need to solve. Sometimes it's really hard, sometimes it's really rewarding and enjoyable, but you have to just push through and work and work and work again. Remember the balance: you have to chill, you have to relax, but you also have to put those insane hours if you want to build a something great, especially when you start from square one. So very be always remember that you have to put those hours or work of work. And maybe when you become a millionaire and you have money to invest and kind of have that lifestyle and chill out a little bit, then you might do that, or you might choose not to. So it's your choice, but you have to work. um the number four is you need to seek feedback as much as possible. And it might be the most frightening thing to do, especially for me, maybe for my personality. Like going to people, listening to negative feedback, especially negative feedback, honest and negative feedback, is what helps you make progress. If you don't get feedback, you're staying at the same position. If you get feedback, you get punched in the face, but you advance. And that's the difference, and that's what you have to do. It is really painful. I'm gonna have a sales call with my longtime mentor, um, and I'll try to sell him our product, and I'm so afraid about that. But I know that I need to do that, because even if he doesn't buy, I'm gonna learn, and the next time I'm gonna become better, which moves me forward. So that's really something that you need to do. You have to seek feedback. You have to like kind of detach your own kind of emotional. I know, things that scare you. You have to be detached from that, because at the end of the day, if you don't do that, you don't make progress, you don't succeed. So you just have to do that. And if the product sucks, if your idea sucks, it doesn't mean that you suck. So just go ahead and do that. And the last one, which I'd say not as like crucial as the previous four, but still very important: be curious and explore. It kind of relates to that humble thing, humility thing. But what you want to do is to just be curious, try to find joy, try to look for new opportunities, try to think differently, try to just be happy when you're doing that work, because it's insane. It's crazy when you build a business, especially a startup, especially when you innovate. So just remember to have joy, remember to have that curiosity, to have something that drives you to move forward. And it will be very rewarding, because sometimes you have those stretch of time, periods of time when it's just so hard. And those joyful moments is something that may really help you, and maybe even avoid, and maybe they can even help you avoid things like burnout or even depression and much darker things that might come during your way. But remember to enjoy your life as much as possible while doing the progress, while doing the work. This works for me. Hope that also works for you. And I do think that concludes my like top five lessons of that I learned during my startup journey. If you have anything you want to share, please do in the comments. You can also reach out to me on LinkedIn or any other social network. Don't remember to subscribe and like those videos. I really want to achieve 100 subscribers by Christmas, and I'll be doing some marketing on the side to try to do that. But also, I hope you guys do enjoy those videos, and you can help me uh, show the algorithm that this content is valuable for you guys. So thank you again, and I'll see you in the next episode.